I didn't have enough money
For what?
for real estate school. I told the guy that, hey, I have to quit, but I'm gonna come back. He was this old man. He was sitting outside smoking a cigarette. He said, you know, I hear that all the time, and I know I'm never gonna see you again. I suited up and still went to that open house, and nobody came into that open house. And I just had a breakdown. Like, I said to myself, Chastin, you have failed at this whole business, and now you're sitting in here with no money and no lights on at home, no food in your refrigerator. You have 100% failed. But the best thing that I can say is that after that failure and right around the corner from there is gonna be something great. And you just have to go through it, and you have to get through it to prove that you're strong enough to handle what's about to come.
So today we have a special guest with us that I'm going to be interviewing, and many of you who are watching this video right now may already know him because his face is all over the internet. He is known as the online social media real estate coach with over 1.4 million views, 28,000 YouTube subscribers. He is a serial entrepreneur, a real estate agent who is the leader of the Founders Real Estate Group. And by the way, guys, I'm looking at my phone because this is a lot of stuff. He has been featured in the Dallas Morning News, Be Great Magazine, Realtor Magazine, Inman.com, and to top it all off, he is an author for a book that he wrote called The Real Before the Estate. Guys, we have with us today the man, Chastin J. Miles. Thank you so much, my man, for making it happen.
Thanks for having me.
I am excited. As you can see, I get heated up in the intros, but that's what it is. I saw all the stuff, so I said I have to mention it. Now it's time, like I always say, to get comfortable and to kind of smooth into it. You know what's crazy? Me and Chastin, we did a house tour, and we did this a couple months back, and the video just started to trend. People are starting to see it. It's getting thousands of views. From that video, so many people are asking, who is Chastin? They want to know more about you. They want to know more about not just you and what you do in real estate, but your life in general. So in this interview, we're not just going to talk real estate to teach you guys real estate. We're going to talk about more in depth of who is Chastin, how he came to where he is today, and how he has all the successes that he has. That takes me to the final point, which is motivation/failures. We're going to combine them both. Now, the stress, the struggles, the hardships that you have, how do you not just quit?
Well, honestly, because I've come too far to quit. You know, I've put in a lot of time, I've put in a lot of effort, and I've helped a lot of people to just turn in the towel. You know, it can't happen because not only would I be failing myself and my family, but I would also be failing the thousands of people across the world who rely on people like me. And so I know that my stress can be managed. It can be managed personally because it all starts with our mind.
Yep.
But I don't know what somebody else is going through. I don't know how somebody else is trying to change their life. And so therefore I have a responsibility to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do because it could save somebody's life. It could give them a new opportunity.
Motivational part, we got that wrapped up. You shook me on that one. Now failures, everybody has failures. Have you ever had a failure that was significant enough to kind of remember that you can talk about, or it's just kind of small micro failures for you?
Yeah, I mean, I was a real estate agent, so it's literally a roller coaster. I was leaving the house one day to go do an open house at that listing because I was holding an open house there pretty much every day trying to get that thing sold. I was a new agent. I thought that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
And as I was gathering my things to leave, all of my lights turned off. And, you know, I was thinking, oh, we're having a power outage, but nope, it was just my lights. And I knew what it was. It was because I hadn't paid the bill.
Wow.
And not just that I forgot to pay the bill, it was because I didn't have the money to pay the bill. And I literally took like a hard look, you know, at my apartment, and there was just like stuff everywhere, but there was kind of like stuff nowhere. There was no food in the refrigerator. There was no food in the pantry.
Oh my
it was just
God.
like, but I suited up and still went to that open house, and nobody came into that open house. And I remember locking the door. It was cold in there. There wasn't any furniture. So I was just standing the whole time. It was an older home in Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
And I just had a breakdown. Like, I said to myself, Chastin, you have failed at this whole business. Like, you've moved to another city. You've told all these people that you were gonna be doing this. and now you're sitting in here with no money and no lights on at home, no food in your refrigerator. You have 100% failed. And
Just like that.
like I will never forget that, because it was a moment of just extreme failure where I questioned every decision that I had made for like the last 3 years, you know, all in that one moment.